Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this latest edition of Rebels Radio as we're here from the Wood Spring Stadium, here home of Weston Supermare, as it's Weston Supermare versus Slough Town. So, good afternoon to you all there, everyone. Hope you're all well on this rather gloomy, overcast Saturday afternoon here at Weston Supermare. And it's... lovely little ground. It's a little bit cold at the moment. It's not too bad. Did have a little bit of rain a few minutes ago, but at the moment we seem to be okay. So at the moment it's all good. As usual, we would like to thank our two sponsors for their continued support here at Rebels Radio. So a huge thanks go to My FC, which is the My Football Club online. You can search more about them on the Pichero website. So it's Pitch Hero. And then MyFC, you'll see all their details on there. And also our other sponsors are the Slough Town Supporters Trust, and our thanks to them for their continued support as well. And please look out for the fact that the Supporters Trust are doing a sponsor, what they normally do one. Normally they did the last game of the season, but that's Truro, that's a long way to go. So quite sensibly, they're going to walk to Woking. Got that right. It's difficult for me to say. Walk to Woking. And it's going to be on that game. So there'll be a few of them going, and there will be opportunities for you to sponsor them both online and if you're at the club at any time. There will be people looking for sponsorship details. So please have a look at that there. So please be aware there are some details on their Supporters Trust website, which is sloughtown.supporterstrust.co.uk. So you can get more details there. If you would like to get in contact with us here at Rebels Radio, then there are two ways you can do that. You can do so on Twitter. It's at MyFC Rebels Radio. Or if you're listening via the YouTube, I can't remember how it comes up on yours, but there's like a little chat room thing that you can go onto, and you can have a chat with people. We'll give you a shout out for this afternoon. So good afternoon to Super Nan and Neil Humphrey. So if you do want to get in contact, go on there. You can have a chat with other fans, and we'll give you a shout out throughout the games. So first of two away games for the Rebels here. This is the Wood Spring Stadium, home of Weston Supermare, and I can tell you that it's a lovely stadium here. We're in the main stand, which is a seated stand that runs along the side, almost from 18-yard box to 18-yard box. It's actually all seated. It's only about 4 rows back, but it's quite long. Now, they did have to put in some extra seats when they got promoted. So behind the goal to our right, which is the Auto Digital stand, as it's called, it's very high banked terracing, but in the front of it there are roughly, I'd say, about another 200 chairs, seats in front behind the goal. So it does look quite weird from that one behind there, but it is quite elevated. There's a good view of that side. The goal to our left, which is the NK Sports stand, is just like a covered area with no terracing behind it, just one step. So that'll be a little bit crowded there. We've just got some mascots walking past us here this afternoon. Let's bring you the other games going on in the National League South this afternoon. It's Billericay Town versus Welling United, Chippenham Town versus Truro City, Dartford at home to Concord Rangers, who have been going to be deducted 3 points for fielding an eligible player. Dulwich Hamlet versus Chelmsford City, Eastbourne Borough versus East Thurrock, it's Gloucester City versus Bath City, Hampton and Richmond versus St Albans, Hungerford Town versus Hemel Hempstead Town, Torquay United versus Oxford City, and Woking versus Wealdstone. They are your other games in the National League South this afternoon. We will try and keep you up to date with those scores. The internet connection isn't fantastic here, so we're going to concentrate more on the commentary this afternoon rather than the actual trying to give you updates. But Sam Collard, who is our volunteer from UFC, which is the university based at Wembley, he's here doing Twitter today, so we're going to try and nick some of his info and goal scores and updates and whatever from other games as well. So please just be aware of that. We may lose a little bit of signal just due to the internet here. Up and coming games for the Rebels then. With Tuesday we're away to Billericay Town, 7:45 kickoff. We will be live on air from 7:35 here at Rebels Radio, so join us for that one. Then Slough got a home game, that's next Saturday, a week today, where they will be at home to Gloucester City. And then after that, it's another Saturday game. It's the 9th of February, where they are away to Hampton and Richmond Borough. There are, after Tuesday, no more scheduled midweek games for the Rebels apart from the Berks and Bucks Cup semi-final once that draw is made, and the only other time that Slough will play on Tuesday apart from that is if there's a postponed game throughout the season. So it is going to be after Tuesday, Saturday, and Saturday for the Rebels with no midweek trips. So just bear that in mind. If you are planning to come and see the Rebels, it will be from Saturdays onwards. Let's start with the team news then for today's game. And starting with Weston Supermare, who'll be wearing white shirts with black shorts and black white socks. In goal for them is Luke Purnell. 2 is Alex Byrne. 3, George Nurse. 4 is the captain, Jacob Kane. 6 is Aaron Parsons. 5 is Aaron Parsons. 6 is Tom Harrison. 7 is Eli Phipps. 8, Naby Diallo. 9, Marlon Jackson. 10 is Jennison Myrie Williams. And 11 is Geffin Hill. Substitutes for Western Supermare this afternoon are 12, Jamie Lucas. 14, Tom Llewellyn. 15, Jared Welch. 16, Jason Pope. And 17 is Jake Lee. For the Rebels, there's a couple of changes in their lineup. In goal is Jack Turner. 2, Josh Jackman. 3 is George Wells. 4, Guy Hollis. 5 is the captain, Mark Nisbet. 6 is Lee Togwell. 7, Sam Togwell. 8, Simon Dunn. 9 is Ben Harris, returning after suspension. 10 is Chris Flood. And 11 is Warren Harris. So Louis Swords drops to the bench this afternoon. And Slough's bench is made up of 12, Sean Fraser. 14, Scott Davies. 15, Matt Lynch. 16, Louis Swords. And 17, Trent Phillips. Just to let you know that Manny Williams is currently out at Basingstoke Town for today, trying to get some game time. So Manny will be back on Tuesday evening, as long as he doesn't get injured. So for some of you who have been contacting us on the chat room, good afternoon to Simon Moore, Will Rees and David Pengelly. And we're kind of in a situation, we're just a little bit away from the halfway line here, our commentary position this afternoon. So it's very tight. The thing, we're in the seated stand, and they've got these little kind of like flip over desk things that come here for the press. Let's just say that it's lucky that I'm such a slim, lean, mean machine, because otherwise I'd have trouble. Stop laughing. I am a slim, lean machine in some places. I just about get my body behind the chair. So, but there we are, just waiting for the two sides. They're about to come out now. Your referee today is going to be Richard Gardiner. His assistants are Steve Annis and Timothy Burley. So the two sides just coming out here now, and it's Jack Turner is in his all blue goalkeeping kits now in their array of all blue, and it's Weston in white shirts, black shorts, white socks, and the goalkeeper Purnell is wearing green. Just have to excuse the fact that there's a very loud sound system right by us here. But the two players, sets of players, are shaking hands with each other, and Slough just going through the shake with the referee. So there you go. We're not that far away from kick-off now. And the rain, we had a little bit of a short little drizzle come down a while ago while the players were going through their pre-match warm-up. And then apart from that, it is supposed to rain today, but so far it's been okay. So at the moment, it's not too bad here at the Woodspring. This is the first time that Slough have ever visited Western Supermare away. The previous meetings, I've only had 2 other previous meetings between the two, and both of those were at home this season. Slough winning the first one in the league 2-1, and then Slough losing in the FA Trophy at home 3-2. So quite even between the two sides. We haven't got the greatest commentary position down the right hand side, especially when people still standing up. We're just waiting for the two captains to be called over here. So if the ball goes down the right hand side, we're kind of going to just make things up for you as we normally do. So there's no change to how we normally do a commentary. We'll just make it up if we can't see. So there you go. So lots of fans are in the Alto Digital stand to our right, which is a really high stand. It's a good I'd say about 20 or 25 steps back of terracing, with crush barriers going all the way along, little gaps, and it looks like the Western fans and the Slough fans have decided to stand down there this afternoon before they know which way they are kicking. The referee, looks like there could be a minute's silence. We haven't had an announcement, but it looks like there's going to be a minute's silence on the referee's whistle in a second. So the two sets of players are lined up on the centre circle. The referee just waiting for a couple of players to get back on the sidelines. There you go, that minute's silence, beautifully observed. I wasn't sure what it was for, no announcement. But I know a lot of clubs are obviously doing a minute's silence for the player that signed from Nantes to Cardiff, whose plane went missing during the week. So the Tanno announced, just trying to get the fans behind it. It looks like Slough will be shooting from this first half left to right, so they will be aiming at the Alto digital stand. It just looks like Weston Supermare will have the kickoff. My arms already. I've got so many layers of clothing on. My arms are feeling tight. So there you go. So Weston Supermare just gone for a little huddle, and it's going to be them with the kickoff here at the Woodspring Stadium. Just waiting for them to get into position. So Slough shooting left to right in their away kit of all blue. Weston with the ball from the kickoff. We're just waiting for the referee, Mr. Gardner, to get today's game underway. And there you go, that's it. And the ball played in here with Weston Supermare. Played here to the left back, Nurse. Nurse immediately straight down the line, looking for Jackson. Jackman won the header for Slough. Ball comes to centre to Williams. And Slough break the ball up with Simon Dunn. Played here towards Warren Harris. Down the line for Ben Harris. Turns inside towards Flood. Flood gets the ball and chips it forwards. Trying to find Warren Harris on the far hand side. Intercepted by Nurse. In towards Jackson. It's a great challenge by Sam Togwell. Ball comes through to Kane, who plays the ball down the field. And then Nisbet beats Phipps to the ball, and Sam Togwell there for Slough plays it to Nisbet. Nisbet's clearance comes in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn through to Lee Togwell. Here towards Wells. Wells' ball. Slips it through into Ben Harris. Ben Harris looking to shoot from distance. He does. It's well wide of the goal from Ben Harris, but a little bit of lack of help down the near sides. But a shot from Ben from 25 yards out, well wide of the goal. And it'll be a goal kick here to Weston Supermare, as their fans just make their way to this goal behind our left. And the Slough fans already started singing here this afternoon. They're all perched at the top of that stand, making a lot of noise. I'm not sure if you can pick it up here with that, as we wait for Purnell to take this goal kick here for Weston Supermare. And a long kick by the goalkeeper, looking on the far hand side for Hill. Hill flicks the header on towards Phipps. Phipps now down the line here for Mare Williams. Hollis comes across for Slough to play it out, and it's out of play for a throw to Weston Supermare, level the 18-yard line. Taken quickly here by Jackson, and the ball comes down in towards Byrne. Byrne with the ball finding Hill. Hill holds the ball up here, finding Mare Williamson on that far hand side. He's trying to turn and get across in. It's blocked by George Wells. Comes off Mare Williamson last. So Mare Williams, sorry. And it's out of play for a throw to the Rebels. The Slough fans are perched high and are very loud already. It's a good following from Slough. Quick throwing from George Wells, finding Sam Togwell. Back towards Wells, down the line here, looking to Ben Harris. Flicks the ball on really well. Lee Togwell will chase it here up against Harrison. Harrison goes back to his goalkeeper. Lee Togwell still chases, and Purnell's clearance only comes as far as Sam Togwell. His ball is played through. It's picked up easily there by Parsons in towards Nurse. Nurse down the line. Josh Jackman's there to win the ball for Slough. Finds Warren Harris. Harris inside towards Jackman. Jackman just overruns it, but the ball ricochets kindly to Warren Harris. In towards Dunn. Dunn finding Warren Harris, who's brought his run continue. Running at the goal, 20-30 yards away from goal. Looks to shoot from distance. It's just wide of the bottom of the goal, and Slough with a second shot early on. And again, coming down that kind of centre bit, almost like a tram line with the 6-yard box on the right-hand side. This time, Warren Harris just dragging his shot wide of the goal. 0-0 hit at the moment. But Slough starting with the brighter of the play. Good afternoon to Kelvin Lloyd, Andy Biddle and Baby Boy, who are listening in. Thank you for joining us. And Damien Stock's listening in as well. Thank you, guys. So we wait for Purnell to take this goal kick here for the home side. And again, a long kick, huge kick down the field here. And Nisbet can't get there. It'll run all the way through. It won't run through because it's a foul by Phipps on Nisbet. It's a free kick to the Rebels. Halfway inside the Slough half. Turner will take this. His first touch of the ball. Looking for Warren Harris on the far hand side. Harris just gets a touch off the head of Nurse, is it? Yeah, it's out of off Warren Harris last. It's a goal kick. And Slough starting quite brightly here in these first couple of minutes. We've got a goal at Chelmsford City. Chelmsford already 1-0 up. And again, the Slough Town fans making all the noise behind that goal, enjoying their away trips in this National League South. The first season here back in for the Rebels in 17 years. The fans are making the most of it here. Purnell this time goes to the near hand side, trying to find Jackson, headed away by Josh Chapman. Lee Togwell takes it on his chest. It's going to come off Diallo last. It's a throw to Slough. Josh Chapman takes it, trying to find Chris Flood. Flood's trying to flick the ball. It's a little bit behind Lee Togwell, picked up by Simon Dunn, in towards Flood. Flood finds Josh Chapman on the halfway line. Chapman chipping the ball forwards, but no one to continue to run, and that runs through towards Purnell. He takes that quite easily. And it's a long kick here by Purnell, looking for Hill on the far hand side. Hill beats Wells to the ball, but Wells gets a second chance to hook it clear. Simon Dunn gets it, hits him on the shoulder, then cleared by Sam Togwell. Straight down the line, but that'll go out of play, being chased back there by Aaron Parsons. He keeps the ball in, actually, and then plays it back towards Purnell. Purnell being closed down by Ben Harris, or it puts Ben Harris on his behind as Ben tried to clear the ball. And Nisbet tries to get there. Wells is first to the flick on, and then Guy Hollis goes back towards Turner and Slough. Turner's kick out is poor, finding Jackson down this right hand side, back here, sorry, left hand side in towards Nurse inside trying to find Phipps trying to turn. Hollis is there for Slough to win the ball, and then loses the ball under pressure from Phipps bursts into the penalty box, still going, being pushed wide by Sam Togwell, and good defending in the end by Sam Togwell as Phipps couldn't keep it in, and it's gone out for a goal kick. Somebody wants to sing near us. That'll be great for the commentary. So it's a goal kick here to Slough. 5.5 minutes gone. 0-0 the score between the two sides at the moment. Andy Biddle wants to know if I'm warm enough. I'm fine actually, Andy. I've got several layers on today. Slough take the kick short towards Nisbet. Nisbet inside here towards Dunn, just inside his own half. Under pressure finds George Wells, but well intercepted by Byrne. But then Nisbet then clears down the line, and Parsons heads the ball up in the air. It will come through to Lee Togwell, takes it down on his chest, but great coming back from Kane there to win the ball back. And then flicked on by Hill in towards Phipps. Nisbet tries to take it off him, and it comes to George Wells on the left-hand side. Down the line, blocked, only as far as Simon Dunn though. Dunn inside towards Warren Harris. Harris has got Jackman on this right-hand side, 5 yards inside the Weston half, back inside towards Warren Harris, back here towards Josh Chapman. Now need a little bit of movement. Chapman's going to try and make it on his own. Feeds the ball through into Ben Harris. Gets it through from Simon Dunn. Ben Harris going free. Shoots! It's a great save by Purnell as Ben Harris burst into the box there. He hit it with his right foot. Purnell did really well. Got down to that well. Put a hand and a big strong hand out and out for the first corner of the game for Slough, which George Wells is going to be the set piece taker this afternoon. And Slough starting brightly here, and George Wells will go across to take this one. This will be an in-swinging corner for Slough, and George Wells just going over to that corner flag area now to get the ball. So an in-swinging corner here for the Rebels. Warren Harris will come short for Slough. The ball goes back to the far post. Sam Togwell back across goal, still going around. Flood turns, shoots. Blocked by Purnell again. Comes out here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn plays it back here towards George Wells. Takes a touch. Wells crosses the ball back in. Everyone's going. Header there bouncing around in the box. Hooked clear in the end. Only as far as Simon Dunn. 25 yards, 35 yards out. Flicking the ball in, looking for Sam Togwell. Goalkeeper comes out, punches Sam Togwell. Only as far as Nisbet. Nisbet chips the ball back across. It's a little bit too heavy and out of play for a goal kick, I do believe, but Slough again denied by Purnell with a really good save by the goalkeeper. This time blocking a shot from Chris Flood, but Slough starting brightly here. And it's Purnell to take this goal kick. I can hear some noise. I'm just going to take my headphones off for a second. Can you hear a buzzing noise? I don't know. There's a buzzing noise. It's not me. It's something else. Anyway, Purnell, long kick down the field here for Weston. Free header for Mark Nisbet. His header flicks on by Ben Harris, but Harrison's there first for Weston Supermare. Finds the ball outside here towards Byrne. Byrne down the line, looking for Hill. Volleyed clear by George Wells, but out of play for a throw to the home side, right by their home dugout, 5 yards inside the Slough half. Byrne, the right back, will take this. Inside here to Mare Williams. Comes off Mare Williams last. It's a throw to the Rebels. So still 0-0 here between the two sides, but Slough with a much brighter start this afternoon. And ball's here with Jack Turner on the edge of his 18-yard box. Long kick down the field, and it's headed away by Parsons. Flicked on really well by Mare Williams, and a foot chase here for Jack Turner up against Phipps. Turner has to come to the edge of his box. Headed away this time by Harrison. Sam Togwell takes the ball down, and Hill gets a challenge in. And Slough let the ball go out, thinking it would come off Hill, but it actually came off Sam Togwell last. It's a throw to the hosts. And it'll be taken by Byrne, the right back. 10 yards inside the Slough half. And Byrne just taking the throw down the line in towards Hill. Hill chests it down back in towards Byrne. Byrne crosses first time, but free header for Guy Hollis. Warren Harris then flicks it on for Slough. Only as far as Nurse by the centre circle. Turns away from Lee Togwell. Then spreads it out to Byrne, the right back. In a good position. Down the line here towards Hill. Hill up against George Wells. Wells wins that comfortably. And then looks to try and find Flood. It's a little bit too close towards the goalkeeper. And he comes to the edge of his box to claim that if it had been a little bit further away, it was over the head of Harrison and Flood would have been in. But here with Purnell, ball at his feet. Hill with the flicked header on, only as far as Nisbet, who plays it back towards Jack Turner. And Turner, not the best of clearances, but gets it down to the halfway line. Jackson wins the header. Then Lee Togwell flicks the ball on, only as far as Harrison, who scoops it up into the grey sky. Ben Harris wins the header. Slough looking for a foul, not given. Ball's here with Diallo, the midfielder. Runs into trouble, and it's here with Byrne, who clears it first time down the field. Phipps it, comes and hits. And a great challenge by Sam Togwell wins the ball back here for the Rebels. And Slough will go back to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. Ball at the edge of his 18-yard line. And he plays it out here towards Guy Hollis. Hollis inside towards Sam Togwell. Puts him under a bit of pressure. Played forwards. And then flicked on really well by Ben Harris. But Warren Harris can't get there. And Purnell comes to just to the side of his penalty area to flick the ball back into his box. And that will allow him to pick the ball up in a second. Just running it across his 6-yard box to the other side. And Purnell just has the ball just outside of his 18-yard box. Long ball down the field. Headed away superbly by George Wells. Lee Togwell then flicks it on. The ball ricochets through to Flood, who gets challenged. It's a foul there on Chris Flood and a free kick to the Rebels. And they're going to take it quickly. No, they're not. They can just put it in a better position. Played in towards Lee Togwell. Slough give the ball away from the free kick. Ball's here with Kane, the captain. Trying to break it down the side here. In towards Jackson. A little bit behind him. But back in towards Kane. Finding Jackson here on the left. In towards Nurse. Nurse plays it back in towards Kane. Overruns it. And it's won back by Warren Harris. In towards Lee Togwell. Finding Ben Harris. Just inside the Western half. Playing it inside towards Warren Harris. Oh, cuts inside beautifully. On the edge of the box. Shoots. It's saved again by Purnell. And again, Purnell, this time he goes for a second challenge and gets the ball. But yet again, Purnell, the Weston-super-Mare goalkeeper, equal to a low shot from Warren Harris. And Slough really could be free up here, but for the goalkeeper. And it's just starting to rain here at the Wood Spring Stadium. It was predicted that there would be rain, and it's starting to come down. The ball's played forwards. George Wells controls it on his chest, gets it back from Nisbet, then Wells down the line, looking for Ben Harris, headed away by Parsons, only in towards Lee Togwell. He leaves it for Josh Chapman to take control, in towards Sam Togwell, finding Lee Togwell. Lee Togwell bringing the ball forward. So lovely the ball inside towards Ben Harris, trying to find Warren Harris down the outside. Nurse under pressure from Warren Harris, and the clearance comes down the field to Jackson in the bit that I can't see very well. But it's come through in the end to Parsons. Oh, Sam Togwell just nicks the ball away. And then Diallo catches Simon Dunn. That'll be a free kick to Slough. In a good central position, but 45 yards away from goal. And the referee not having a word with Diallo. A little bit late there on the challenge, but George Wells is the player that's going to take it. Jackman makes a little run down the near hand side, but then cuts back inside. So George Wells to take this free kick for Slough, 40-odd yards away from goal. Central position. And needs a good delivery here for the Rebels. And Wells just chips it in. Nisbet actually heads it away from goal. It comes out here, though, towards Simon Dunn. Dunn needs a little bit of help. Under pressure from Harrison. Finds George Wells. Wells just skips past the challenger, Mare Williams. Still running down the left-hand side, in towards Dunn. Mare Williams with the challenge to win, but it's only one back here by Lee Togwell, just inside the Weston-super-Mare half. He's going to chip the ball in, looking for Ben Harris, who's going to flick it on here towards Sam Togwell. It'll come out for a corner. Sam Togwell hooks the ball into the box anyway. Floods underneath. The ball comes to the edge of the box. It'll break here towards Simon Dunn, 25 yards out. Dunn takes a shot. It's a rasper, and it's just over the top of the bar with Purnell having that covered. But a good shot there from Simon Dunn, just over the top. 0-0 the score. Good afternoon to Tosh Sharma, who's listening in as well. Thank you for joining us here this afternoon. And Purnell, who's getting a bit of friendly abuse from the Slough fans for taking his time getting the ball back here. He's already produced 3 very good saves as the Weston-super-Mare goalkeeper, and the referee just having a word with Purnell for a little bit of time wasting, a little bit harsh. Kelvin Lloyd is listening in while he's at the Leaston versus Hitchin game. So Hitchin without Matt Lentz this afternoon. As Purnell aims towards Jackson, straight out, right into the crowd, into where all the old fogies are. And a throw to the Rebels. Josh Chapman will come across to take it for Slough. And his throw looking for Ben Harris, over the top of him and finding Chris Flood. Flood trying to hold the ball up, turns it inside towards Ben Harris. Harris trying to run through, plays it in towards Warren Harris. A challenge in the end by Nurse, holds it up and he can bring it out to the left-hand side. And Nurse tries to bring it down the field. Sam Togwell gets ahead to it, not the best of clearances yet. And comes through to Mare Williams down this left-hand side, trying to turn away from Sam Togwell. Still has the ball here. Sam Togwell just watching where he's going. And Williams just plays it inside here towards Kane. Kane takes a shot from distance. It's the first shot for Weston-super-Mare, but it's well wide of the goal. And some Weston fans in front of us quite enjoying that. And the Slough fans are making a lot of noise this afternoon. They're enjoying these away days. Let's turn over this goal kick for Slough. We played 15 minutes, 16 minutes coming up. 0-0 still the score here as Turner takes this goal kick for Slough. The rain still coming down, a bit of a light drizzle here. Played in here, headed on by Hill. And Guy Hollis, who heads it back towards Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner immediately launches a kick down the field trying to find Flood. Flood holds the ball up, but it comes through to Kane. Kane plays it in and Diallo up against Dunn. Diallo wins the challenge. It comes through to Byrne. The right back hits it left-footed. Nisbet with the header away. Sam Togwell goes all the way back towards Jack Turner, who just controls the ball just on the edge of his 18-yard line. And this time pumps the ball down the field, looking for Flood on the right, up against the right back. The ball falls kindly for him. He'll bring the ball forwards for Slough. Little ball inside here towards Warren Harris, skipping down the left-hand side. Forced wide. Back out here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn's cross isn't the best. And Dunn will win the ball back here for Slough, finding George Wells. Wells cuts inside with the ball, chipping it into the box. And Ben Harris gambled at the back post. And I think Weston-super-Mare turned off, but Ben Harris just couldn't get a touch to it. He ghosted in at the back post, just wide of the goal there. If he got a touch to it, it was a difficult angle to steer it goalwards. But another good bit of play there by Slough. And Slough with looks like what's a 4-4-2 formation this afternoon, being working quite well. They just need to get the ball in the back of the net, really. As Purnell tries to take this goal kick. And the rain just slanting into this main stand here. Purnell, long kick down the field again, straight out of play. That's the second one he's done now. And a throw to the Rebels, which George Wells will take. Finding Mark Nisbet in towards Guy Hollis. Hollis finding Josh Chapman just in his own half by a couple of yards. Liverpool read that ball easily, did Kane, and then it doesn't come off it. It comes off Jackson last. It's a Slough throw. And Chapman takes again, wastes the ball this time. This time it was won back, but unfairly by Josh Chapman. A free kick to Weston-super-Mare for a foul by Jackman on Jackson. So, but a little bit hard to, but there you go. And a free kick to Weston-super-Mare, 5 yards inside their own half. And George Nurse, the left back, will take this free kick. And Nurse pumps the ball towards the edge of the 18-yard line. Free header for Mark Nisbet. His header will only come as far as Byrne, 10 yards inside his own half. Trying to find Hill down the left-hand side. But Wells watches that go out of play and out for a throw. Quick throw taken in towards Sam Togwell. Gives the ball back towards Wells. And a little 1-2 between the two. It's here at the foot of George Wells. Plays it forwards. Ben Harris trying to head it into the path of Chris Flood down that near hand side. Ball played in. Lee Togwell gambles on the back pass and Purnell has to be out of his box quick. And Hill holds the ball up just inside. Dunn flicks it off him but finds Diallo in towards Byrne. Oh, great challenge by Ben Harris. Blocks the ball forwards by Byrne but out of play for a throw to Weston on that far hand side. 19 minutes gone. 0-0 but Slough with the better of the chances. It's Byrne with the throw on the far side. 10 yards inside his own half. In towards Hill. Comes off the head of Phipps last, so it'll be a throw to the Rebels. Good afternoon to Bald Raven, who's listening in, and Chris Phillips. Chris, I hope you're feeling better after Saturday just gone. Ball's played in here towards Lee Togwell, finding Sam Togwell. Inside here towards Ben Harris. He's got Josh Chapman there, but at the moment Ben Harris is running with the ball. Cuts back inside from Kane. Hits it left-footed again, Purnell saves, but it was straight at him this time. And that was a more comfortable save from Ben Harris. But another effort for Slough that Purnell's been equal to. And stands on the edge of his 18-yard box. Just drops the ball on the inside his little D. Plays it long here. George Wells heads the ball up in the air. Nisbet will get a second header. Only as far as Diallo. Diallo cushions a header out towards Hill down the right-hand side. In towards Byrne. Byrne just overruns it but gets the ball back into Diallo. And then Mare Williams overruns it. And it's here with Lee Togwell. 10 yards inside his own half. Gets into his centre circle. Then plays it back towards Josh Chapman, who was under pressure. And it's back here with Jack Turner. Played out here towards Mark Nisbet. Nisbet has time to bring the ball out, finding George Wells down the left-hand side. Wells plays it forwards, in towards Flood, and intercepted by Kane. Slough trying to win the ball back. It's here with Diallo, who overruns it. Flood gets a touch in. The ball run through to the goalkeeper Purnell. Long kick straight down the field for him. Won by Guy Hollis, in towards Lee Togwell on the centre circle spot. Holds the ball up in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn scrapes past a couple of challenges. Running with the ball, finding Josh Chapman down this right-hand side. Inside here towards Sam Togwell. Sam Togwell finding George Wells. Slough going a little bit backwards here. Nisbet will bring the ball forwards over Slough. Plays it in here towards Lee Togwell. Opens his body up here. Plays inside towards Ben Harris. Oh, lovely little 1-2. Little back flick in towards Lee Togwell. Togwell pushed off the ball by Mari Jackson. The ball's found in Jackson down this near-hand side. Straight out of play. And I thought it came off Josh Chapman last. It did. I thought it did. That's not. It's a throw to the Rebels, actually. I could have sworn it came off a touch of Josh Chapman, but it's not. It's a throw to Slough. And the referee just telling Chapman to take it a little bit further back. So they can leave it for Guy Hollis to take a long throw for Slough here, level the halfway line. Long throw down here, looking for Flood. Over the top of Parsons, it will run all the way out for a goal kick. So we've got some latest scores for us, mate. Well, we've got a little bit of break in play while we wait for Purnell to get that. In the National League South, it's Billericay 0, Welling 0, Chippenham 2, Truro 0, Dartford 0, Concord 0, Dunwich Hamlet 1, Chelmsford 1, Eastbourne Borough 0, East Thurrock 2, Gloucester 0, Bath 0, Hampton Richmond 0, St Albans 0, Hungerford 0, Hemel Hempstead 1. Torquay are already 3-0 up at home to Oxford City, and a bit of a shock, Woking 0, Wealdstone 2. Those are your latest scores in the National League South. Thank you, Sam. And it's a throw to the Rebels. Josh Chapman right in front of our commentary position to take this one for the Rebels. And he throws it in towards Nisbet. Nisbet gets it back through. Oh, Phipps almost intercepts it. Finds Guy Hollis, who clears long down the field. The ball comes as far as Warren Harris, in towards Ben Harris. Ben Harris trying to turn, hold the ball up, then gets fouled, and that's a free kick by Kane. And a free kick for Slough, 35 yards away from goal. And level with it's around this is the 35 yards away from goal, really. It's going to be George Wells again that comes across to take this free kick for Slough. So left-footed delivery here for the Rebels. And Wells has got a bit of a gap there if he wanted to go for goal. I don't think he is, because Sam Togwell and Ben Harris have made space down the left-hand side. Ball comes into the box. It should have gone across. Chris Flood hits it. Oh, it's a great effort by Flood on the volley, but just wide of the goal. And it remains 0-0. And the referee is just going to have a word with Diallo, the Weston Supermare number 8, who wasn't happy about a decision. But it's a goal kick here to Weston Supermare. And again, the referee still in conversation with the Weston Supermare midfielder Diallo. Still they're going on about it. He's not let that go. Purnell to take this. The rain has come down slightly heavier here at the Wood Spring Stadium now. And Purnell to take this kick. Again aimed towards Jackson. This time he heads it in, but only as far as Sam Togwell, who scoops the ball, came with a header, only as far as Warren Harris. Harris down the right-hand side, trying to little 1-2. The ball comes down here towards Nurse. Nurse under pressure, clear. Sam Togwell's first to the ball, finds Lee Togwell in towards Nisbet, finding Simon Dunn. Dunn playing more central. So it looks like Slough more of a 4-3-3. Here with Guy Hollis, in towards Warren Harris down the right-hand side. Plays it back in, comes out towards Sam Togwell. Slough with a spell of pressure here. Here with Sam Togwell, needs a bit of help. Goes across here towards Mark Nisbet. Nisbet goes back, though, towards Guy Hollis. Now under pressure from Weston Supermare, working hard when they haven't got the ball, but inside here towards Lee Togwell. Bit of space finding Flood. Flood trying to find in Ben Harris. Hooked clear by Parsons. Up towards Phipps. Phipps takes a touch. Heavy touch, but gets the ball in towards Jackson. Jackson gives the ball away to Sam Togwell. Finding Josh Chapman down the right-hand side. Chapman trying to bring it in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn back out towards Chapman. Sold short. Jackson intercepts, but only as far as Guy Hollis. He chips the ball forwards. Comes through towards Flood. Oh, a little bit cushion ball finding Warren Harris. Chipping the ball into the box, and then it's taken down by Byrne. And his clearance hits Mare Williams on the chest, and then headed on by Guy Hollis towards Nurse. Nurse pushed off the ball by Warren Harris. Now looking for a free kick, and they win it for a foul by George Nurse. So free kick to the Rebels, 35 yards away from goal. Take it quickly with Simon Dunn. Dunn with the ball inside towards Wells. Wells finding Lee Togwell. Little ball inside towards Flood. Trying to find Ben Harris. Harris holding the ball up here. Gets it on his right foot. Overruns it. Great tackle comes in. And Ben Harris has caught the player Parsons. And he's just laying on top of him for a laugh at the moment. But very good challenge coming in there. Good afternoon to someone's called whose name is Message 1512. I don't know who you are. Good afternoon to you, Message. To Peter Jackson, who is Josh's granddad. To Stephen Delaney as well. Thank you all for joining us here. 0-0 at the moment. 26.5 minutes gone. And it's a free kick here to Weston Supermare. Slough with at least produced 3 good saves out of the goalkeeper Purnell. A 4th one as well was fairly routine, but Purnell the busier of the goalkeepers. But Slough really do need to try and take the lead here. And it's Purnell to take this. Ben Harris just holding his knee here as he just hobbles on. And Purnell plays the ball looking for Hill on the far hand side. Comes off Hill's head last. Simon Dunn plays it down the line looking for Flood, but it comes off Diallo last, and it'll be a throw to the Rebels. It's right on the halfway line. George Wells big across to take this one. Wells, who had his van broken into at Arbour Park on training on Thursday. And the ball here with Guy Hollis. Spreads it here now towards Josh Chapman. Chapman just lets the ball skid off the rapidly wetting surface here in towards Guy Hollis, finding Lee Togwell. Slough need a bit of a run behind the defences. Back in towards Josh Chapman. Inside here towards Lee Togwell. Sam Togwell makes the run forwards, but still here with Lee Togwell down the line towards Josh Chapman. Inside towards Sam. In towards Lee. Lee just gets there first. Running Guy Hollis. In towards Nisbet. Nisbet trying to skip past the challenge. Now plays it in towards Flood. Flood turns away, trying to flick the ball in towards Warren Harris. Nurse is equal to it. Ball comes back in towards Josh Chapman, who fouls Harrison. And it will be a free kick to Weston Supermare. And a couple of Slough subs just warming up on the far hand side. Ben trying to just run off that little knock. It's a free kick here that Nurse takes short inside to Harrison. Harrison can bring the ball forwards down the line looking for Hill. His header is too far in front of Jackson. And now to play for a throw to Slough. And a quick throw in by Josh Chapman towards Sam Togwell. Back in towards Josh Chapman down the line. It's Harrison with the header away. Lee Togwell jumps in and gets the ball. It comes off Lee Togwell last and goes Ball pummels into the crowd there. Hopefully no one was hurt there, but it's a throw for Weston Supermare on the halfway line. The left back Nurse to take it inside towards Phipps. Gets the ball back here to Nurse. Takes a touch inside, trying to bring it with him. Takes past the challenge in towards Diallo. Diallo now across here on the far hand side towards Mare Williams. He's trying to skip past the challenge of Simon Dunn. Dunn still with him on the far hand side. Bernie's come through with us the right back in and crosses into the box. Phipps heads it onwards, but it's high up in the air and easily taken by Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And the rain just getting slightly heavier here in Weston Supermare, so not so much super weather here. Ball's here with Josh Chapman down the road. Again, it's telegraphed and picked up by Kane. Kane shrugs off a challenge but then gets caught by Flood. It'll be a free kick to Weston Supermare just on the halfway line. And we're coming up to the half-hour mark. 0-0 the score. And the Slough fans have been singing throughout the first half. But they haven't been able to suck the ball into the back of the net. A couple of mascots here looking rather wet. Nurse will take this free kick for Weston Supermare. A couple of yards inside the Slough half. And Nurse, the left back, will aim this ball into the box. Hill tries to get there. It comes off Hill's head last. It'll go out of play for a goal kick. So 0-0 between the two sides at the moment. And the rain just coming down a little bit harder. Turner takes the goal kick short to Nisbet and then gets the ball back from him. And then Turner trying to chip the ball in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn just forced backwards in towards George Wells. Wells gives the ball away to Hill. Hill down the right-hand side. Plays the ball in. It's intercepted by Guy Hollis. Good defending by Slough. Ball's here, though, with Kane, the Western Supermare captain. 25 yards away from goal. It hits Simon Dunn out of play for a throw. And Hill is going to leave it for the right-back Byrne to come forwards. His throw looked like a foul throw, but he made it towards Kane. Ball blocked, and it comes through towards George Wells. Wells being pressured in towards Lee Togwell. Lee Togwell now trying to run with the ball, breaking across the halfway line, finding Warren Harris. Harris just challenged by Nurse, and it's a good challenge by the left back. And the ball goes out of play for a throw to Slough. Quickly taken by Josh Chapman, finding Lee Togwell. Stands on the ball, back in here towards Josh Chapman, back towards Lee Togwell. Slough trying to create a chance. Ball comes off the head of Nurse. Ball played across the goal there by Harrison in towards Diallo. Diallo turns and finds Nurse, the left back, under pressure. Long ball down the field. Phipps up against Hollis. Ball comes off Phipps last. It's a Slough throw. And Jackson saying that it's a Western throw, but it clearly came off the back of Phipps's head. And Chapman takes the throw. Two Slough players go for it. It's been left. Ben Harris chases down the line. It'll go out of play for a throw off Parsons for a slow throw to Slough halfway inside the half, and we need a football. Slough fans singing Bakes and Unders Rebel. Every time they sing that song, we concede. So they should stop doing that. It really should. It's going to be Guy Hollis is going to put a long throw into the box here for the Rebels. 25 yards away from goal as the rain comes down a lot heavier here at the Woodspring Stadium. And Guy Hollis with this long throw into the box. Doesn't beat the first defender. And it comes through here and Slough try to get it. Phipps tries to hold the ball up. Breaks in. Great challenge by Nisbet. Plays it off Hill. It'll be a throw though to Weston Supermare. And then it's a throw here for Nurse. Jackson wins the header. Little ball won back by Hill. Only as far as Nisbet clears it out of play for a throw to Weston Supermare. And just going to wait for a ball to come back in. And Slough have been singing throughout this game, but the fans have yet to see a goal in this first half. We're 33 minutes into the first half. Still 0-0 here. Nurse with this throw, 5 yards inside the Western half. Anytime today. And plays it in towards Jackson. Jackson just overruns it, flicks it down the line. Warren Harris gets his body in the way, and it's a foul by Jackson. And a free kick to the Rebels, much to the annoyance of some little Weston fans in front of us. And it's Jack Turner to take the free kick for the Rebels. So someone decides to leave and walk in the way. Jack Turner with this free kick for Slough. Down the field. Flood trying to get there. Missed by all of them. It comes through to Warren Harris. Great challenge by Parson, who wins the ball, but out of play for a throw to Slough. And just looking for a signal. It looks like Josh Chapman will go across to take the throw. And it's level with the 18-yard box. Taken quickly by Slough in towards Lee Togwell. Chapman crosses first time. Ball at the back post. Chested down, but there was a push by Chris Flood. And it'll be a free kick to Weston Supermare. Rain getting really heavy here at Weston Supermare. Sam Collard, who was here with me, he said it looked like it was going to be nice and sunny and hold off. He was hoping the sun was going to come out. I think Sam wants to go do a bit of nude sunbathing down on the beach. No chance of that today, I'm afraid, mate. It's going to be a free kick here to Weston Supermare. Purnell, the goalkeeper, will take it inside his penalty box. As we've been lacking a little bit of goal mouth action for the last 10 minutes or so. Long kick here by Purnell. Guy Hollis with the header away. It'll come through here towards Ben Harris, who holds the ball up on the halfway line. Chipping it forwards for Warren Harris to chase onto. Diallo comes across, plays it back towards his goalkeeper. And then Purnell plays the ball down the field, looking for Phipps. And Phipps controls the ball well, but plays it behind Jackson and out of play for a throw to Slough. And Josh Chapman just being told to go back a little bit here by the referee. As this driving rain comes in at an angle here. Chapman to take the throw. He's going to throw it long here towards Flood. Flood beaten to the ball, but the header comes off Kane. Dunn tries to get there first. It's here with Kane again for Weston Supermare. Across to the right back, Byrne. Byrne under pressure goes back towards his goalkeeper, Purnell. Purnell trying to chip the ball into the path of Byrne. Byrne's immediately under pressure from Simon Dunn and has to go back and plays it inside though to Diallo. Oh, good play there by Weston Supermare. Byrne can bring the ball out down this near hand side. Oh, superbly intercepted by Nisbet, who wins a couple of challenges, and then Kane plays it forwards, but it goes through to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner this time picks the ball up and kicks it long all the way through to Purnell in the Western goal. Bit of a waste there by Jack Turner, but still 0-0 here between the two sides. Purnell, the goalkeeper, made 4 very good saves. Well, 3 very good saves and a routine save. Has the ball in his hands here. And hooks the ball long down the field. Looking for Hill. Comes off the head of George Wells. Hooked on by Sam Togwell. Flood, controls the ball nicely into the path of Ben Harris. Got Warren Harris on the outside and Lee Togwell in front of him. Lee Togwell furthest forward, takes a shot. It's a great shot again, another good save, this time at full length by Purnell. And it's cleared out for a throw to Slough. The shot from Lee Togwell just outside the edge of the box, forcing another good save from the Western goalkeeper. Ball played in towards Lee Togwell, and then Wells stands on the ball, goes out of play for a throw to Weston on the far hand side. Purnell keeping his side in it. Slough could well be 4 up here, but for this goalkeeper this afternoon. And it's a throw for Weston Supermare, 15 yards inside their own half. Byrne, the right back, has it. Wells with the header. Lee Togwell flicking the ball on, finding Flood. Flood inside here towards Ben Harris. Shoots from distance, and again it's saved by Purnell low down to his left. Inside here with Nurse, the left back, trying to turn his way in towards Jackson. Jackson down the left hand side, under pressure. Goes back towards Nurse, and Nurse hoofs it straight out of the ground and out of play. But another good save from a Ben Harris shot by Purnell, and the goalkeeper earning his money so far this afternoon. And it's going to be, once we get a ball, it's a throw to Slough, halfway inside the western half. Josh Chapman will take it. He's just waiting for a bit of movement. Movement comes from Sam Togwell in towards Warren Harris down the right hand side. Harris crosses, it's too deep, and it's well taken by Purnell at his back post under pressure. He's looking to try and hook the ball clear, slips as he plays it, and a mistake by Mark Nisbet, but Nisbet will correct that mistake on the far hand side and goes back towards Turner in the Slough goal, who clears the ball long. Dunn, really good header on by Dunn, only as far as Parsons though. Parsons inside to Diallo. Diallo trying to turn. Challenge comes in from Lee Togwell. Has been forced wide towards Byrne. The right back just inside his own half. Plays it in. Intercepted by Mark Nisbet. Sam Togwell wins it and finds Lee Togwell. See, Lee Togwell hits to the outside of his, but trying to find Warren Harris. But the goalkeeper comes to the edge of his box and controls it with his feet. And it looks as though it's Slough Town versus Purnell at the moment. So a little bit of blue sky on the far hand side. I don't think that's coming over this way. And long kick in by Purnell. Free easy header for Mark Nisbet. Heads it into the path for Sam Togwell. He can turn. Chips the ball over on the far hand side looking for Ben Harris. Heads it into the centre for Lee Togwell. So Togwell trying to get there. It's picked up here by Harrison in towards Hill. Still inside his own half. Looking to run through 2-on-1, but Guy Hollis shields it back towards Jack Turner. And Turner rolls it out here towards Sam Togwell. Under pressure here from Mare Williamson. Mare Williams just catches him. It's a free kick. And so I'll take it quickly with Nisbet in towards Lee Togwell. A little 1-2 with Nisbet back here towards George Wells. Down the line towards Dunn, who come deep in. Ball flicked in here towards Dunn from Ben Harris. The ball played in towards Flood on the edge of the box. Turns away. Plays it back inside. Oh, it's well cleared in the end by Kane, the Weston captain. It's out for a throw. And I think Ben Harris will just have a slight word with the referee. He felt that when the challenge came in, he was being held. Ball throw taken quickly in from Wells towards Lee Togwell. Togwell bringing the ball through in towards Warren Harris. Headed away by Nurse. Comes to the edge of the box and Josh Jackman beaten to the ball by Jackson. Jackson now switching it on this near hand side to Mare Williams. Overruns the ball but keeps hold of it. Then plays it out on the far hand side to Hill. Hill crosses in towards Phipps. Phipps shoots. Oh, what a good save that is. But it doesn't matter, it's offside. But this time it's Jackman with the save for Slough, but it's offside against Phipps, and it wouldn't have counted anyway. But Jackman, spiralling save, almost in slow motion, feeding that one away, but it wouldn't have counted anyway, and it started to stop raining. It's not started to stop, that's really silly, it stopped raining. Starting to stop raining is really silly, isn't it? There you go. But it's a free kick to Slough inside the penalty box. And Jack Turner will take the free kick for Slough. So we're into the final 4 minutes of this first half. No stoppages as of yet, so no indication of any extra time. Long kick here by Turner. Slough looking for a foul. The ball comes off the head of Parsons, and it's good defending in the end by Harrison, who tried to play it out, stop it going out for a corner, and actually played it into a sliding Chris Flood. It comes off him for a goal kick to Weston. So and still 0-0. 3 minutes of the first half left. And Purnell will take this goal kick here for the home side. Played it long. Free header for Guy Hollis. Missed by quite a few. Lee Togwell digs it out towards Warren Harris. Good challenge though there by Kane. Wins the ball back towards Jackson. Jackson runs into a bit of trouble. Down in towards Nurse. Nurse breaks into the box. Takes it across the goal. And a little bit of afters in the box from Jackson. But Nurse drove into the box. It was one of those cross-come shots where he's aiming for the bottom corner. It evades the post. It evades the sliding players. But it came from the fact that Kane won some good challenges in the midfield for Weston. And the first time that Nurse has really got forward down that left-hand side. But the last couple of minutes, Weston creating a couple of chances, putting Slough under pressure here. And Jack Turner will take this goal kick here for Slough. And it has stopped raining. Just in time for the half-time break. The players will love that. And Turner just instructing his players to come a little bit forwards. Plays it long. Free header by Parsons. Sam Togwell hits it straight at Mare Williams, and it's played out here towards Nurse. Nurse down the line trying to find Phipps. Hollis hooks the ball away. And out of play for a throw to Weston Superman. Nurse will come across to take it. Nurse just standing in front of our commentary position. Throws it in the centre to Diallo. Diallo misses a kick. And Dunn can break here for Slough. Only with Ben Harris running forwards. Dunn going on his own. Doesn't get challenged. He just runs it over, falls over. Ball played down the line here for Nurse. Nurse keeps it in. Finding Jackson. Back in towards Nurse. Down the left-hand side. Cuts inside. Plays it across here towards Parsons. Parsons just hooks the ball forwards looking for the run of Hill. Bounces off the wet surface. Hill can't keep it in. It's a throw to Slough. And it's Wells to take the throw on the far hand side. Quick throw inside towards Nisbet, then plays it back towards Jack Turner. And it's here with Turner, the Slough goalkeeper. Don't forget we've got our half-time quiz coming up for you, surprisingly, at half-time. Ball flicked in here for Flood. He can't control it. It's won by Byrne. But Byrne's under pressure from two Slough players. But Flood commits a foul. And Byrne looks up to the referee and saying, what did I do? He's actually won a free kick. That's what he did. And it's taken quickly by Byrne towards Parsons, the centre-back. Chipping the ball forwards, looking for Phipps. Free header for Nisbet. Just gets caught. Hollis heads it away, only as far as Kane. Inside here towards Hill, who just gets challenged. Ball comes out, though, to Diallo, under pressure. Finding Harrison. Harrison under pressure from Sam Togwell. Turns away from him. Finds Diallo. But Diallo just runs almost into trouble. Ball played forward to Mare Williams. Played out towards Diallo. Inside here towards Kane. Kane with a bit of chance to chip it out towards Nurse down this left-hand side again. Crosses in first time. It's 2-2 deep. And goes out of play for a throw to the Rebels. And Purnell just urging his defence to sit back in. Ball's here with George Wells. Back across again to Jack Turner. And Turner long down the field. Ben Harris wins the ball, finding Simon Dunn on the halfway line. Dunn running with it. Little 1-2 with Flood. Gets the ball back to Dunn. Just runs into a couple of plays. Back in low towards Flood. Flood holds the ball up well. Inside here towards Josh Chapman, who's in the central position. Chapman finding Sam Togwell. Little ball inside, left by him towards Flood. Flood's got Dunn on the outside of him, finds Dunn. Dunn down the near-hand side, his cross is blocked. And it'll go out for a throw. We are into a minute of added time. And George Wells is going to cross to take it. But I think as soon as he throws it on, the referee may blow here. Thrown quickly in towards Nisbet. Nisbet's going to try and get it back in towards Wells. Wells trying to turn to get the ball in. Oh, skips past the challenger Byrne. Crosses into the back post, headed away. And it will go out of play. It doesn't matter because it's half-time here at the Woodspring Stadium. And Slough have had by far the better chances in this first half. But haven't found a way past Luke Purnell, the goalkeeper for Weston Superman, who's produced a string of very good saves low down. And it remains, it says 0-0 here at half-time. We will give you some half-time scores as we try to find them. But we'll give you the half-time quiz as well. So we did tweet out a little quiz earlier. So if you haven't seen that one, that quiz question, we did that around about 11:45 this morning. And that was under the spell of baked and unders, which player has the most yellow cards, most bookings. So you can answer that one. But as we're here today we're just going to let these annoying kids come past while they're going to scream and make some noise. So we'll let them go past quickly first. And we'll give you the half-time quiz. So in honour of us being here at Weston Super Mare, we will give you some nightmare situations for players. You just got to give us the answer to these quiz questions if you can. Right, so which England player scored an own goal in a Euro 2018 qualifier against Croatia? So which England player scored an own goal in a Euro 2008 qualifier against Croatia? Which Bury player did an overhead kick? He hit himself in the face, and then the ball fell off his face into the back of the net. What was the name of that player? Quite a famous own goal in 2006. Against which team did Ronnie Rosenthal miss that famous own goal? So which team did Ronnie Rosenthal miss that famous own goal? Who holds the record for the most own goals scored in the Premier League? So who holds the record for the most own goals scored in the Premier League? And question 5, against which team did Perez and Henry make a mess of that penalty? So which team did Perez and Henry make a mess of that penalty? We'll give you some scores for you. We'll start off with the National League South. These are all half times. So it's Billericay 0, Welling 0, Chippenham 2, Truro 0, Dartford 1, Concord 0. Dulwich have had a man sent off. They're 1-1 at home to Chelmsford. Eastbourne Borough 0, East Thurrock 2, Gloucester 0, Bath 0, Hampton 0, St Albans 0, Hungerford 0, Hemel Hempstead 3. Scoreline of the day so far: Torquay 5, Oxford City 0, and Woking 0, Wealdstone 2. So there you go. Those are the scores from the National League South so far this afternoon. Gareth Southgate's gone for 2. Andy Biddle's gone for 2. What do you think is Gareth Southgate? If that's the England player, unfortunately a little bit wrong there, Gary. I'm after a certain game against Croatia. Southampton's wrong as well. But you keep trying. Now we're going to see if we can find you some. I don't know why I've just done that. We're going to give you some half-time scores for you actually in a second, just to find you some from other games as well for you. So just bear with us for a second. So we go to the FA Cup. Earlier there was one game: Accrington Stanley 0, Derby 1. These are now all half times. It's Brighton 0, West Brom 0, Doncaster 0, Oldham 0, Manchester City 1, Burnley 0, Middlesbrough 0, Newport 0. The next 3 are all goalless: Newcastle, Watford, Portsmouth, QPR, Shrewsbury, Wolves, and Swansea City 2 are Conquerors, Gillingham 0. We'll go into Sky Bet Championship. It's Aston Villa 1, Ipswich 0, Blackburn 2, Hull City 0, Norwich 1, Sheffield United 1, Forest 1, Wigan Athletic 1, Rotherham 1, Leeds 0, and Stoke City 0, Preston North End 1. Into Sky Bet League 1, it's Barnsley 0, Rochdale 0, Burton 1, Bradford City 0. These next 3 are 0-0s. It's Coventry Blackpool, Fleetwood Scunthorpe, Peterborough Charlton, Southend 0, Luton 1, and Wickham 1, Plymouth Argyle 0. Going into Sky Bet League 2, Cheltenham 0, Macclesfield 2, Crewe 0, Colchester 1, Exeter 0, Cambridge United 0, Grimsby 1, MK Dons 0, Mansfield 1, Tranmere 0, Northampton 1, Morecambe 1, Port Vale 0, Carlisle United 0, Stevenage 0, Forest Green Rovers 1, and Swindon 0, Crawley Town 1. Let's go into the National League for you. Bromley 0, Eastleigh 0, Chesterfield 0, Barrow 0, Dagenham 0, Aldershot Town 0, FC Halifax 0, Salford 0. We have got a goal, don't worry. Gateshead 0, Bournemouth 1, Hartlepool 0, Braintree 1, Havant and Waterlooville 0, Dover 0, Leyton Orient 1, Maidstone 0. The next 3 are all 0-0s. That's Solihull Moors versus AFC Fylde, Sutton United versus Ebbsfleet United, and Wrexham versus Maidenhead are all 0-0s. James Dobson makes his home debut for Sutton United this afternoon. So I wish Dobbo all the best there. And there you go. So those are some latest scores for you. Just a reminder that up and coming games for the Rebels in the next few weeks. Slough will be away on Tuesday night to Billericay Town. That's a 7:45 kickoff. So we will be live on air with Rebels Radio from 7:35. Then their up-and-coming games is they will be at home again next Saturday at home to Gloucester City, 3 o'clock kickoff. And then away Saturday after, which is the 9th, to Hampton and Richmond Borough. So those are your latest scores. Some of the Slough fans have already made their way behind the goal to our left now that Slough will be attacking for the second half. But as of yet, no goals in this game at the moment, but Slough certainly had the better of the play. So there you go. We've just got a little bit of a kickabout going on in the first half, in the opponent's half here at half time, with some of the mascots that were here earlier on this afternoon. So there you go. And feel free to come through with your quiz answers for us on either on Twitter or via the little chat room there. We do send our thoughts and condolences to Kings Langley FC, who they were played a game last Saturday away to Weymouth, and later on, while in Weymouth, one of their fans and sponsors collapsed and passed away. So they're having a game at home this afternoon. All proceeds going to his family. So we wish and send all our condolences to Kings Langley for their loss, and to their family of the person as well. So hope they're going to have a really good day. And we'll see if we can find you a few more little non-league scores. I think Andy Biddle's looking for a fight. He said he's just put the heating on. Thank you, Andy. That's great. It's not actually that cold down here in Weston this afternoon. The little patch of clear sky has totally gone. It has stopped raining, but is very grey and overcast here as well. I've got to say, had a very nice burger before the game. Very, very nicely cooked on a big metal grill, kind of a round grill. So there you go. So some lovely food down here at Weston. I know the hot dogs were quite good as well. So some lovely food on offer down here at Weston. So just a shame that we didn't come down here during the summer and could have enjoyed a weekend away. So they were just going to see what else is going on. Try and find you some scores from some other games for you. We've got Leiston 1 Hitchin, sorry, Leiston 0 Hitchin 1 in the Southern League. We'll go to the Bostik Premier League for you. These are all half-time scores. Burgess Hill Town 0, Bishop Stortford 1, Corinthian Casuals 1, Bognor 0, Folkestone 2, Kingstonian 0, Harlow 0, Lewis 0, Margate 0, Leatherhead 1, Merson 1, AFC Hornchurch 0, next to a 0-0 Potters Bar and Dorking, and Tunbridge Angels Haringey Borough, which I believe is like third versus first. Whitehawk 0, Carshalton 1, Wingate Finchley 1, Brightlingsea Regent 1, and Worthing 0, Enfield Town 1. So that's from the Bostik Premier, which used to be called the Isthmian League, for those of you who were there. Some latest scores for you. Basingstoke Town 0, Harrow Borough 1. And let me just go back. I was just going to see if Manny Williams was starting on that game, but it doesn't say. Also in that league, it's Gosport Borough 0, Farnborough 1. Farnborough were on a currently 8 unbeaten run. And Beaconsfield 0, Hendon 0. We're just trying to find some more half-time scores for you. Into the Bostik South Central, it's Ashford Town Middlesex 1, Hayes 1, Bedfont 0, Bracknell Town 0, Chalfont 1, South Park 0, Cheshire 1, Molesley 0, Chipstead 1, FC Romania 1, Egham 0, Ware 1. Someone's just reading out some, I don't know who's doing the tannoy, but they sound really weird. Hanwell 0, Marlow 2, Hertford 0, Tooting and Mitcham 1, Northwood 0, Westfield 1, and Uxbridge 0, Waltham Abbey 1. So there you go. So that's those fits for you. We're waiting for the second half to start here at the Wood Spring Stadium. 0-0 is the score. Now with the much better of the chances in this game. Been denied by the jolly green giant of Luke Purnell, the Weston goalkeeper, who's made some very good saves this afternoon and kept his team in it. The Western management team just coming out, some of their subs coming out now. And Bakes and Unders are already sat in the dugout on the far hand side for the Rebels. And yeah, it looks like it's properly stopped raining here. No rain here at the moment at all here at the Wood Spring Stadium, which is developed on 3 sides, well, 2 and a bit sides really. That big main stand to the goal to our right, which is absolutely lovely. I'm sure we'd love something like that at Arbour Park. Big, long and tall stand all the way across. Slough into the goal to our left has got a little covered terraced step, two steps on there. The far hand side opposite the main stand that we're on is totally empty. It's just standing area alone, and the dugouts are on that side as well. But we're in the main stand here. There's a lot of the mascots who have just been on that muddy pitch are just coming off here. We're just watching 2 of the Western subs warm up in front of us here. And loads of kids just running around now in front of us. Fabulous. So yeah, we're just going to wait for the second half to start. We're a little bit late kicking off. So as it's the players start to come out for the start of the second half, let's give you the answers to our quiz questions. Graham Tompkins is listening. He says, not a bad first half, should be at least 2 up. I think, Graham, 2's must be a little bit generous. Personally, could be 3 or 4 up. So I've had some very good opportunities. So, to the halftime quiz, which England player scored an own goal in a Euro 28 qualifier against Croatia? It was the one where Gary Neville played the ball back to Paul Robinson, the goalkeeper, who air-kicked the ball, and it went in the back of the net, so it was accredited to Gary Neville. The Bury player who scored that one where he tried to clear the ball by overhead kicking it, hit him in the face and went back in the goal, is Chris Brass. Ronnie Rosenthal missed that famous goal against Aston Villa. Richard Dunn holds the record for the most number of Premier League own goals with 10. And the team that Perez and Henry with that failed silly penalty was Manchester City. So those are the answers to your quiz questions, and I'm quite glad that I remembered to tell you the answers this time, because I keep forgetting normally. So the players are out for the start of the second half. All winning as a referee. Here he comes. So the second half should be starting very, very shortly. And Sam's already underway. He's already got it typed in. So we're just waiting for everyone to get in position, and the second half will start this afternoon. Just going to look to see if there are any substitutions. It doesn't look like there are. So the starting 11s for both sets of teams. For the home side, Weston, it's Purnell 1, 2 Byrne, 3 Nurse, 4 the captain Kane, 5 Parsons, 6 Harrison, 7 Phipps, 8 Diallo, 9 Jackson, 10 Mare Williams, 11 is Hill. For the Rebels, it's Turner 1. Brilliant, thank you. Jackman 2, George Wells 3, 4 Hollis, 5 Nisbet, 6 Lee Togwell, 7 Sam Togwell, 8 Dunn, 9 Ben Harris, 10 Flood, 11 is Warren Harris. Slough with the kick-off here, shooting from right to left in the second half. And it's Slough with the kick-off here, played back towards Guy Hollis. Played along here to Josh Jackman, down the field, looking for Flood. Flood trying to flick the ball into Ben Harris, a little bit behind him, and Diallo plays it back towards the goalkeeper, Purnell. Has time on the ball to launch a long ball down the field. And well headed away there by Jackson, but all the way through to Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner just waits with the ball at the edge of the 18-yard line. And then launches a long kick down the field. It comes off the head of Harrison, goes backwards, and then played back to the goalkeeper here. Nurse plays it back, and Purnell clears the ball long down the line. Chapman with the header away. It comes through to Guy Hollis, who stretches, gets there first. Lee Togwell then gets the ball in towards Nisbet, finds it towards Dunn. Dunn inside towards Flood. Flood trying to hold the ball up, doesn't get it. Comes through to Lee Togwell, who plays it down the line, looking for Ben Harris. Slough can't get a hold of the ball. It's here with Nurse, who clears the ball long down the line. Looking for Phipps, volleyed away by Hollis, only as far as Jackson. Jackson just picks it up inside his own half, trying to flick it past a couple of Slough players. Sam Togwell clears for Slough, finding Mark Nisbet. Brings it out here towards George Wells down the left-hand side. Wells chipping the ball forwards, looking for Flood. Flood's over his head. It's hooked clear by Harrison. And then Nisbet, it hits Nisbet on the top of the head, and that will go out of play for a throw to Weston Supermare, around about 8 yards away from the corner flag. Looks like it's going to be Mare Williams to take. Is he going to leave it for Byrne? He's going to leave it for Byrne to come across to take this throw. And Byrne takes it short in towards Phipps, gets the ball back, and then tries to chip it through. Comes through off the head of George Wells, and it's here with Sam Togwell. Clears down the line, only as far as Kane. Kane's a little cushion header finds Diallo. Diallo tries to turn, gets a little ball inside towards Byrne, and it comes all the way through to Jack Turner, who rolls the ball out here now to Chapman. Chapman can bring the ball forwards here for Slough. Being closed down by Jackson. Inside here towards Warren Harris. Back towards Chapman. Down the line for Ben Harris. Harris takes it down mid-flight. Little back heel in towards Warren Harris. Harris bursting down the right-hand side. Great defending by Nurse there, but he can't stop it from going out for a corner. And a corner to the Rebels on the far-hand side. And George Wells will be the player that comes across. And time for the Slough fans to start singing through the second half. Unbelievable, unbelievable. I'll explain that later. It's going to be George Wells with this in-swinging corner from the far-hand side. And Wells just waiting for a bit of movement inside the box here before he takes this corner. Chips it in near post. Oh, it's Nisbet with the header, but he just heads it over the top of the bar. And Slough starting the first half, the second half like they did the first half, sorry. And Purnell gets the ball quickly here, trying to find Mare Williams down this near-hand side. Guy Hollis is chasing him. Mare Williams gets to the byline there, holds the ball up here, trying to chip it into the back post. It's a great ball in, and it's a goal on the far-hand side. And it's number 4, Jacob Kane, with the goal. It's Mare Williams who gets the ball from a really quick kick by Purnell. Williams just breaks all the way down the near-hand side, crosses to the back post, and Kane just bundles the ball home. It's Weston Supermare 1, Slough 0, and all those chances that Slough had in the first half have come to nothing. They're 1 goal down here, and Weston, looking for their first home league victory here, are in the lead 1-0 with their first attack of the second half, and Slough will be annoyed with their defending on that there. They weren't ready as the ball had come back quick, and Purnell took that goal kick very quick with the Slough players not ready. It's Weston Supermare 1, Slough Town 0. The goal coming on 48 minutes, which is the third time in third time this year. That's how bad it is. The third time this year that Slough conceded in the 48th minute of the game. So they did that against Wheelstone and against Torquay. So 48 minutes, not their best of times. But it's a free kick here now to Weston Supermare, literally on the halfway line. Diallo's standing over, but he's going to leave it here for Harrison to play the ball forwards. Hollis with the header away, comes towards Warren Harris, who hooks the ball down the field. Nurse wins it and finds Harrison again. Under pressure goes back towards his goalkeeper, Purnell. Purnell been the star of the show so far. Long kick forwards again, flicked on well this time by Phipps, but it comes through and headed back by George Wells towards Turner. And Turner, long ball down the field. It comes off the feet of Parsons, kept in by Chris Flood, finding Simon Dunn. Dunn with the ball inside here towards Lee Togwell. Slips it on towards Sam Togwell. Sam Togwell under pressure. Puts it out here towards Josh Chapman down the right-hand side. Chapman looking to Cross the ball in. Comes in. It's headed by Byrne. And it will be kept in by Mario. He could have gone for that one and kept that in, but he decided not to. It's a throw to the Rebels. And George Wells has come across to take it. And Wells in towards Lee Togwell. Wells just hammers the ball at Mare Williams. It will come out back here to Lee Togwell, who just heads it on a little bit. Dunn trying to get there out of play for a throw to Slough. And George Wells to take it in towards Nisbet. Nisbet just moves away, has the ball, plays it in towards Jackman. A little bit behind Jackman, and he's just under pressure from Hill. And Slough haven't started the second half defensively very well. Turner just slides away from Hill and then plays the ball forwards. Looking on the far-hand side towards Warren Harris. Up against Harrison, but the ball runs through to Purnell and the Weston Supermare goal, who picks the ball up. And it's a long kick here again by Purnell. Tried to do that for the goal. This time it goes all the way out of play and out. And it's going to be a goal kick here to the Rebels. And no sign of any substitutions for the Rebels on the far-hand side at the moment. Just waiting for Turner to take this goal kick here. There's a little bit of blue sky just floats past on the far side. Looking for Chris Flood. Flood gets caught there by Byrne, and it's a free kick to the Rebels. Taken short by Simon Dunn into Ben Harris. Harris just gets forward, so then goes down looking for a free kick, and the problem was that Ben Harris got caught, stayed on his feet, and then went down. So no free kick given, and the ball's here with Purnell, the goalkeeper. And Slough already looks slightly dejected here against the team who are currently bottom of the league here, but the ball comes through to Nisbet, who flicks his little header on to Mare Williams, who plays it down the line here towards Byrne, the right back. Inside here towards Diallo. Diallo plays the ball inside looking for Phipps. Ball back in here for Jackson. It's 2! And Slough are on the end of another hammering in the West Coast country. 2 goals in the space of the first 8 minutes. This time Jackson with the goal. And again, it's that one ball over the top of the Slough defence. Jack Turner's going to get a yellow card for kicking the ball away. And I've got a funny feeling that something's going. I think that Jack Turner has kicked the ball at... I think he's kicked the ball at Jackson, which is why a lot of players have run over to the far-hand side. But Slough started this second half like they are still inside the changing rooms. Weston Supermare 2, Slough Town 0. And it's a ball over the top of the defence. It's the second time it's happened. Mare Williams coming down this right-hand side has been the player to... cause the trouble. It's him again that played the ball in towards Byrne. Byrne found Jackson. Jackson fired it into the bottom of the net. It's 2-4 here, and then I think Jackson may have got a book in there as well. And Slough 2-0 down here. Ball's here with George Wells, bringing the ball forwards. Chipping it on the far hand side for Flood. There's a foul by Chris Flood, and Flood's gone down injured, so Slough are going to make a substitution. And I'm not sure what the substitution is. It looks like it's going to be Guy Hollis coming off and Louis Saws coming on, but they're not going to do it yet. They're just going to make sure that Chris Flood is okay. And they're just going to free kick here to Weston Supermare. Goalkeeper Purnell will take. And Slough just going to hold off on this substitution for a second to see if Flood's okay to continue. So long ball again over the top. This is what they're trying to do, is the ball over the top of George Wells. That's what's led to the 2 goals. And it looks as though Slough are going to make the substitution after this throw has come in. It's come back here towards George Wells. Hammers it at the face of Phipps, out of play for a goal kick. So substitution on the far hand side is Guy Hollis coming off. Coming on is Louis Soars, and that is on 56 minutes. So it looks as though Sam Togwell will go into the back four alongside Mark Nisbet, and that Soars will go and come on the left-hand side. Dunn will go into the centre of midfield. But still the Slough fans sing behind that goal. Turner to take this free kick. And Slough just sixes and sevens here at the moment. Looks like the ball played in. It's over the head. Diallo plays it forwards, only as far as George Wells. Wells now chips the ball forwards. Flood heads the ball into the centre, finding Lee Togwell. Into the path of Josh Chapman. Chapman has to stretch to hold the ball up. Holds it up, pulls it away, comes back here towards Mark Nisbet. Nisbet will try and bring the ball forwards. Plays it back out here towards George Wells. Wells chips the ball forward, gives the ball away again. Lee Togwell with the ball. Come back out here towards Wells. Little cushion header finding Dunn. Dunn trying to turn. Gets a touch too. Gets caught there. And Byrne is going to get a yellow card for a little bit of a late challenge. And Byrne does get a yellow card. You done that, Byrne, yellow card. Come on, Sam. You've got to watch what you're doing. Slough got a free kick 35 yards away from goal. George Wells will take this free kick for Slough. And Wells hits it into the box with a bit of pace. Goalkeeper comes out, punches it, doesn't get the best touch. Flood with a shot, blocked on the line though by Harrison. And a great goal mouth block there by Harrison. Goalkeeper beaten. Harrison blocked the ball with his feet. It's a throw to Slough on the far hand side. They're going to leave it for Sam Togwell to take a long throw into the box. Level with the 18-yard box on the far 18-yard line on the far hand side. Sam Togwell with the throw, not the longest of throws. Nisbet tries to flick it on, comes to the edge of the box towards George Wells. Wells gets it onto his left foot, takes a shot goalwards. It is just wide of the goal, but Purnell had it covered. And Purnell urges his team to go. The Slough fans are making loads of noise, even though they're 2 down. I think they were trying to break the Vanarama sign behind the goal. But we think we might have had a tannoy announcement. We don't know. Couldn't hear anything. Purnell with the kick here. And it's just a Slough could be losing to the bottom team. Slough will be the first team that Weston-super-Mare have beaten in the first half. Purnell's being told by the referee to get on with it. Plays it long. Oh, well intercepted here by Jackson, but he controls it with his arms. And it's a free kick to Slough. Jackson standing in front of the ball. Kick it at him, and then he gets a yellow card, doesn't he? And Turner comes to take this free kick here for Slough. Trying to find Source. Source first touch of the ball. Little cushion header trying to find Simon Dunn inside the box. It's hooked clear by Harrison. Now to play for a throw. Source takes it quickly towards Wells. Wells in towards Source. Comes back out towards Wells. Inside towards Source. Read out perfectly, though, by Parsons, who brings the ball out. And Jackson, scorer of the second goal, gives it here to Williams. Keeps the ball in on the far hand side, under pressure. Back here towards Byrne. Byrne inside. Flood tries to gamble. Tries to win the ball, but it's still bouncing around. It's out of play for a throw to Weston. And the Weston fans 2-0 up, but they're very, very quiet. It's a throw to come in from Byrne. Headed on by Dunn, in towards Flood. Ball tried to get to him. It comes off Kane last. And it'll be a throw to Slough. Soars takes it quick. Dunn misses the ball. Comes through towards Warren Harris. Skips it in towards Lee Togwell. Togwell finding Nisbet. Nisbet plays it to Chapman. Chapman has to go back though. And he's under pressure now from Phipps. Ball down the line inside towards Warren Harris. Trying to find Chapman on the over. A great challenge by Nurse. Wins the ball and then plays it forward. Not the best of balls in towards Hill, but Hill can bring the ball out under the pressure of Lee Togwell. Togwell with the challenge to win. It's a foul by Togwell in the end. And a free kick to Weston-super-Mare inside the centre circle. And Slough, of course, with Manny Williams on dual reg at Basingstoke today. They do not have a striker to bring on. It's a free kick here taken by Harrison. Ball over the top here for Jackson to chase onto. Holds the ball up by the byline. Under pressure near the corner flag. Plays it back inside here towards Nurse. Ball comes through to Nurse in the end. He's going to turn it inside to Diallo. Diallo holds the ball back in here towards Kane. Kane challenged by Dunn. Foul by Dunn. Ben Harris, actually, I think, is the foul person that's done the foul. And a free kick here to Weston Supermare, around about 10 yards inside the Slough half. And it's George Nurse, the left back, to take this free kick. And drills it into the box. Too close towards Turner, who grabs that one easily. And Turner just holding the ball up, waiting for Slough to get a few more bodies down there. And it's a long kick here into the sky, suddenly brightening up. Well won and headed away there by Parsons. Ball comes in towards Kane. Kane clears the ball down the field. Nisbet cushion header towards George Wells. Wells flicks the ball on. Dunn tries to get there. It will come out here towards Nisbet. Inside here towards Jackman. Jackman just inside his own half. Plays it out here towards Warren Harris. Now with more of a 4-4-2 formation now that they've gone 2 down. Ball inside here towards Jackman. Inside towards Warren Harris. Down the right hand side. Up against Nurse. Nurse just standing his ground. Forces him to go back towards Josh Jackman. Jackman back in and again, and then Slough lose the ball. Jackman steals it off him and then fouls Hill on the far hand side for a free kick. And Hill is still down on the floor at the moment. He's going to get to his feet slowly. But Slough, 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of the... I'm just reading your stuff. Biggleswade United. Are you following Biggleswade United? It's 2 goals in 2 goals in 5 minute spell in the second half of what have undone the Rebels here this afternoon. Purnell's going to take this free kick here for Weston Supermare. Again, it's that long ball over the top. This time it's chested down by George Wells. You can bring the ball forward. So now need some money. Played out here towards Swords, over the top of Byrne. Swords can keep the ball in down this left-hand side. Brings it in. Crosses it deep in the fast. Flood with a great header, but well saved by Purnell again. And if Weston do go on to win this game, it is all down to Luke Purnell, who's had an excellent game. That one was by Flood. Tried to head it back across the goalkeeper, but the goalkeeper caught it underneath his crossbar. Clears it long down the field. Sam Togwell heads it away. Comes through to Diallo. Togwell and Kane just laying on each other. Ball here with Nurse. Played inside to Diallo. Diallo turns away. Running with the ball across the halfway line. Plays it back here towards Byrne, the right back. Byrne just under pressure from Swords. Plays it in. Dunn tries to get there. Lee Togwell steals it off the feet of Mare Williams. And then has to be forced to go all the way back towards Jack Turner. Turned along down the field here. It's headed away by Parsons. On to Diallo. Little cushion header finding Hill. Hill just stretches and the ball finds Mare Williams inside here towards Kane. Kane running down the left-hand side. He's through. 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Tries to shoot. What a great challenge that is by Josh Jackman. Stretches to block the ball. And it's in the hands of Turner. Turner's kick is poor, but it finds Ben Harris, who can turn in towards Flood. Only Ben Harris and Flood forward. Ben Harris wants it down the line. Parsons comes across. And I think that Ben Harris caught Parsons as he was running back. It's accidental. It's not a foul. The referee didn't blow. I think Ben Harris thought that the linesman had flagged. Had to go at the linesman. And then the referee blew for the free kick. So, we've played 19 minutes of the second half. It's Weston Supermare 2, Slough 0. And Purnell to take this free kick. Deep by his sideline, back byline, whatever you call the thing at the back, byline, back line. He's taking his time. There's a substitution on the far hand side for Weston Supermare. It's Phipps coming off, replaced by 12, Jamie Lucas. So first substitution for Weston Supermare is Phipps, who's been fairly ineffective up front, coming off, and Lucas will go forwards now for Weston Supermare. And Lucas will go in a forward position, as Purnell then will take this free kick. The sun slowly coming through here at the Woodspring Stadium. The header away by Sam Togwell only finds Mare Williams. Plays the ball into Diallo. Williams under pressure, has to go all the way back towards his goalkeeper. Purnell on the edge of the box, hooks the ball forwards, trying to find Byrne. Byrne can't get there and it's out of play. for a throw to the Rebels. George Wells will take it. In towards Dunn. Back in towards Wells. Little ball cushion inside towards Swords. Finding Simon Dunn. Dunn tries to increase his run. Plays it in towards Ben Harris. Lovely little flick in towards Lee Togwell. Togwell shoots. It's a lovely shot just over the top of the bar. But again, Slough are not putting the chances away. And the problem is that Weston Supermare have had 3 chances in this second half. They've scored 2 of them. And that is the entire difference between the two sides this afternoon. Weston are taking their chances. Slough are wasting their chances. And it'll be Purnell, the goalkeeper, again to take this goal kick. And Purnell's kick long, aimed again over the top. That ball over the top of George Wells. Wells will have to take the throw deep inside his own half. Sun's really coming out now here. We've had horrible rain and now we've got great sunshine blinding us every time Slough attack. Ball played back in here towards Wells. Wells plays it across towards Jack Turner, being closed down by Lucas. Turner plays the ball forward. Flood trying to get there first. His header only finds Kane. Inside here towards Byrne. Byrne chipping the ball down the line. And Nisbet got caught on the head there, but shakes it off, and the ball will run through to Purnell, the goalkeeper. We're now being blinded by gorgeous sunshine down here at Weston Supermare. Ball's run through all the way towards Purnell, the goalkeeper. And just drops the ball and plays it forwards, looking for Hill. Wells with the header away in towards Lee Togwell, finding Simon Dunn. Dunn trying to turn, playing it out on the far hand side, looking here for Soars. Soars keeps it in, finding Lee Togwell. Togwell holding his Eunice body up against Kane. Inside here towards George Wells. Bow over the top, headed away by Parsons into Diallo. Diallo overruns the ball but gets it back and finds Jackson. Jackson skipping past a couple of challengers. Played it out here to Mare Williams down the far hand side. Sam Togwell gets back though for Slough. And under pressure, Turner clears only as far as Diallo. His ball finds Kane. Poor ball by him. And then Flood wastes the opportunity by giving the ball away. Inside from Byrne towards Jackson. Jackson scored the second goal. Played it on. Byrne has continued his run down the far hand side. And Turner comes out of his goal. Oh, Turner skips past his challenge and then plays it down the field. Ben Harris stoops to try and head her on. Only as far as Harrison, who clears. Only to George Wells. Again getting really scrappy here. And ball played forwards, and Wells got caught there by Byrne after he played the ball away. But it's going to go out of play for a throw to Weston Supermare. Parsons will take it. He's going to leave it for Mare Williams to take. I think you're going to see a second substitution for Slough on the far hand side. Looks like Lynch is going to be the player coming on. But they're just going to hold off for a second here. And Byrne takes the throw in the end for Weston. Jackson flicks it on off the head of Nisbet. Hits Wells. Nisbet gets a second chance and then plays it back here towards... it's a bit short. Turner has to come out of his box to get to the ball first. Harrison then heads the ball away. It's really scrappy here. And Wells, little cushion header finding Swords. Swords trying to turn. Tries to play it in. It gets blocked. Hooked clear by Parsons. Here for Lucas to chase. Pass up against Turner. Turner skies the ball. Oh, it comes through towards Kane. Kane's being urged to shoot by the Western fans. Ball keeps the ball up. Gets a little 1-2 with Jackson. Chips the ball forwards looking for Jackson. Jackson skits through but can't get to the ball and keep on his feet. Gets to the ball but can't keep on his feet. Hooks the ball wide. It'll be a substitution for Slough. Coming off is Warren Harris. Coming on is Matt Lynch. So 24 minutes gone of the game. It's Warren Harris off. Lynch on, and I would guess that would mean Soars will go to the right hand side and Lynch will possibly come to the left hand side, and that is how it is now. 4-4-2. The referee not happy that the goal kick was taken quickly with the substitution still being made. And Slough take it short towards Nisbet with the kick back towards Jack Turner, and Lynch has gone to the left hand side. Ball looking for Flood. Flood trying to hold. Turns, finds Ben Harris. The referee pulls it back for a free kick. But Slough haven't had much luck from free kicks this afternoon. This time Soars is the player that's going to stand over it, is it? Soars and Wells standing over this. Wells looks like he's placing it down. And the referee will just mark out 10 yards here. And Saws and Wells standing over this free kick. The sun just beginning to drop right in our eye line here, so it's just a little bit difficult to see what's going on. Wells and Saws standing over this free kick for Slough, 25 yards. It's Saws that takes it high, wide, and over the top of the bar, unfortunately for Slough. Oxford City have got at least a goal back against Torquay, which is more than Slough could. 5-2? 6-2? 6-2. Torquay 6, Oxford City 2. And credit to the Slough fans behind that goal. They're still singing behind the goal there, supporting their team, even though their team are at a very poor second half here. And it's Purnell with this kick. Long kick again over the top for Lucas to chase. It's that ball over the top of Nisbet and George Wells that's causing Slough some problems. The ball comes through to Mare Williams, running down the near hand side. Still has the ball inside the box. Finds Byrne being forced wide. He just skips past the challenger Lynch, goes down the right hand side, crosses first close, and Turner doesn't get the best of touches to it, but gets it at the second attempt. And Turner has the ball. He's played it out. Slough trying to get it back. They get a little 1-2 here between the Togwell brothers. You see with Lee Togwell. Lynch has gone central. Ball played in by Ben Harris. Lovely flick on here towards Saws. Saws goes past him. He can't keep the ball in, can he? Yes, he can. He's just been forced away from goal, but brings it in down his near hand. So plays it across, and it's missed by all the Slough players. Byrne in the end hooks the ball away, only as far as George Wells. Wells back inside towards Nisbet on the halfway line. Nisbet goes across to Sam Togwell. Sam Togwell will go across towards Josh Chapman's with a space down the right hand side to run at. It's a ball crossing into the box, and Lynch was fouled on the edge. We're not seen by the referee. Sam Togwell's first to the ball, finding Lee Togwell. Chipped forwards, headed away by Hill. Lynch can't get there. Murray Williams' header just comes towards George Wells. Takes it on his chest, inside here towards Matt Lynch. Lynch finding a ball cross towards Lee Togwell. Togwell back inside here towards Ben Harris. Harris trying to turn against swing. Shoots straight at Purnell, and easily saved by the goalkeeper. And nice easy save for the goalkeeper there, but Slough still probing here, but no luck at the moment. As Purnell, really poor kick, gets flicked on though by Nurse, and Jackson tries to get there. It comes through to Sam Togwell, who hooks the ball long. Flood is offside, and it's a free kick here to Weston Supermare. And Slough obviously won the first league game between the two, 2-1 early in the season. Weston Supermare came to Slough 1-2, 2-3 in the FA Trophy. And Weston winning here 2-0. So Slough with some work to do as we've got 28.5 minutes gone. Still Weston 2, Slough 0. Chapman with the header away. Lee Togwell gets there first and then hooks the ball down the line trying to find Flood. All comes off the head of Harrison in towards Parsons. Parsons leaves it onto the right back Byrne. Byrne goes back towards Purnell. Purnell under pressure, chips the ball forward, straight out of play. And the sun just setting on that far hand side. Just waiting for the ball to come in here. And Wells takes it short towards Nisbet. Nisbet goes across to his centre-back partner, Sam Togwell. Under pressure from Lucas. In towards Josh Chapman on the far-hand side. Chapman inside here towards Lee Togwell. Under pressure from Jackson. Scored that second goal. Give the ball away towards Kane. Jackman wins it back though for Slough. Just skips past the challenge in towards Lynch. Lynch just hops past the challenge. Catches Diallo. And Diallo Diallo screamed like a girl. Then the two of them have a little bit of a play fight here. Lynch adjusts his ponytail. And Purnell will come out deep to take this free kick here for Weston Supermare. 10 yards inside his own half. Plays it long. It's going to go all the way through straight to Jack Turner in the Slough goal. The wind just picking up a little bit here as Turner takes a long punt down the field. Underneath it is Parsons. Good header away, finding Mare Williams. Holds the ball up in towards Diallo. Diallo trying to flick it through. Lynch has won it back, and then Lynch has used his body to shield the ball. Free kick taken quickly here towards George Wells. Wells plays it through forwards. Ball will come through to Ben Harris, but brave goalkeeping by Purnell, who got caught a little bit by Ben Harris there, but Purnell diving at the feet of Ben Harris. And Purnell being injured. Ben Harris the first to go to the player. And he's making sure that the goalkeeper's all right. And slowly the Weston physio comes off. And Purnell just down injured here at the moment. While there's an injury break, can we get some half-time scores, please, Sam? Is that right? In the National League South, it's Billericay 2, Welling 0, Chippenham 2, Truro 0, Dartford 1, Concord 1, Concord down to 10 men, Dulwich with 10 men 1, Chelmsford 2, Eastbourne Borough 0, East Thurrock 2, Gloucester 0, Bath 0, Hampton and Richmond 0, St Albans 1, Hungerford 0, Hemel Hempstead 3, Torquay 6, Oxford 2, and Woking 0, Wealdstone 2, but Wealdstone down to 10 men. Purnell still down injured here at the moment in the penalty box. And just getting some treatment there. It looks like it's his ankle that he's got caught. And the referee just having a little word with Ben Harris. No booking or anything for him, but it's just Purnell slowly getting to his feet. Sorry, just catching the wire there. Sorry. Thank you. And Purnell still getting some treatment here down on the in the penalty area here. Just looks like he's having his something to do with his right leg that he's got injured here at the moment. So Slough just having a little impromptu chat on the far hand side. So a bit of time to be added on surely. We're into the final 13 minutes of the second half. Weston-super-Mare 2, Slough 0. And Weston heading for their first league victory. I think they're still looking for a football over there that came from Louis Saw's free kick. That's how bad it is. He kicks it so hard and long that they're still looking for it now behind the goal. Purnell just slowly getting to his... Is he going to get to his feet in a second? He's just being watched here by the referee. And Slough not enjoying their trips down to the Western area. That heavy defeat at Torquay United. And now looking at a defeat here. Purnell comes to his feet here. It's his right ankle that got caught there. And Purnell gets to his feet. And he's this is the testing bit, because he's gone down injured and now he's going to take the kick. So I'm just looking at Sam's phone. Sam's got loads of messages on his phone. Just so he's still having a drink, is Purnell, just chatting to the Slough fans behind the goal. And still hasn't taken the kick. The Western physio just don't. It's a miraculous recovery as he's kicked it with his leg that was injured. Ball comes through to Sam Togwell. Josh Chapman there digs it out towards Sawes. Sawes' ball too heavy, headed on by Byrne. Only as far as Nisbet, who volleys the ball clear. Ben Harris trying to flick it on. Hooked clear by Harrison. Only as far as Lynch. Takes the ball down on his chest. Has Mare Williams on. Shakes off his challenge. Plays out here towards Lee Togwell. Togwell trying to play it through as he just gets the ball out here towards Sawes. Sawes up against Nurse. Sawes gets a lucky ricochet into his feet. Takes a shot from distance. It's just short of the goal. Hits the side netting. And Purnell just... I think Purnell's having a little bit of a friendly chat with some of the Slough fans behind the goal. You understand what friendly chat means, obviously. There's a little keyword there. Ian's only just come on, wants to know what the score is. Ian, where have you been? Where have you been? You should have stayed there because, Weston 2-0 up here at the moment, heading for their first home victory in the league this season. Headed away by Nisbet as far as Lee Togwell. High in the air, Nurse with the header away. Simon Dunn, acrobatic, gets it towards Swords. Swords inside towards Ben Harris. Hits Swords and then comes through towards Matt Lynch. Lynch central position, trying to hold the ball. Ball outside here towards Jackman. Just looking for a little bit of help. Lucas comes down and closes down. Comes off Lucas last. And Lynch takes the throw quickly in towards Lee Togwell. Back outside towards Jackson. Jackson challenged by Hill, and it comes off Jackman last. And it'll be a throw to Weston Supermare. They'll just take their time with this throw. 10 yards inside their own half. And it's going to be Nurse, the left back, to take this throw for the home side. Headed away by Sam Togwell. Flicked on here by Lynch. Flood can't get there. Ball comes in towards Jackson. Score of the second goal. Handball by him. Second time that he's handled the ball and got away with it by the referee. Nisbet to leave the ball here for Turner to take. Lucas standing in front of it. And it looks as though Slough might put a third and final substitution on in a minute. Ball played out here towards Lynch. Takes it down on his chest. Holding the ball up. Inside towards George Wells. Wells gives the ball away. Gets it back though. And Lynch comes across to clear up for Slough. Gives it back inside here towards Lynch. Lynch playing it in towards Dunn. Dunn will try and rush to keep that ball in. Can he keep it in? Has it gone out of play? It's out for a throw to Weston Supermare. So Dunn stopped it going for a corner. And it's latest score Man City 4, Burnley 0. The throw comes in only as far as George Wells. Being held by Jackson. Looking for the free kick, which he gets. And Wells will take this free kick here. Just the referee just coming over to... but Slough with the free kick. It's 4 or 5 yards away from the sideline. Around about 25 yards away from goal. George Wells to take it. Plays it in with some pace. Headed away though by Byrne. Only as far as George Wells. He gets a second chance to try and do something with it. Crosses it right-footed. Ball catches in the air. Hill and Purnell go for it. Purnell grabs it at the second attempt. And it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Purnell, long kick down the field. Only as far as Sam Togwell, who volleys the ball back forwards. Free header for Harris, and he just heads it up in the air. Dunn's underneath it for Slough. Heads it towards Ben Harris. Harris just heads it back in towards Simon Dunn. Dunn trying to chip the ball forwards, looking for Swords. Headed away by Harrison. It'll come out here towards Hill, who's been quite quiet in the second half. And gives the ball away. Challenge there by Lynch, trying to win the ball back. It's come through to Nisbet. Little cushion header finding Simon Dunn. In towards Sam Togwell. Just inside his own half. Plays it outside to Josh Chapman. Looks like Sean Fraser's going to be the player that comes on. Ball comes in towards Ben Harris. Taken off him by Parsons. Good challenge by the player there. Lynch has fouled Jackson, and it'll be a free kick to Weston Supermare. Coming off is Mark Nisbet. And coming on is Sean Fraser. So Sean Fraser moves up to 298 appearances for the Rebels. 39, so that's 83 minutes for that substitution. And it looks as though Slough are going to go to a back three of Wells, Sam Togwell and Josh Jackman. But it's a free kick here for Weston Supermare, taken by Harrison, looking for Hill down the left-hand side. And Hill can't keep it in. It's gone out of play for a... It's actually going to an offside, so it's a free kick here to Slough, which Turner will take. Plays it across here towards George Wells. Wells can bring the ball forwards here. It's got Lynch in a bit of space just on the halfway line. Lynch takes a touch inside, comes inside, gives it to Lee Togwell. Togwell spreads it towards Josh Chapman. Chapman has to go a little bit behind himself to pick the ball up. Spread outside here towards Source. Source for first time ball, intercepted by Kane. Kane's ball in. Lee Togwell heads it away in towards Fraser. Fraser's cushion header finds Wells. Now going backwards when they need to go forwards. Ball played in here towards Lee Togwell. In here towards Josh Chapman on the halfway line. Back in towards Lee Togwell. Slough need the ball to go forwards, but Weston have got every player behind the ball. And in towards George Wells, trying to find it in. Hooked clear by Harrison, only as far as Turner, just on the edge of his box. Chests it down and brings the ball forwards. Then chips the ball forwards here, looking for Saws. Saws tries to rise and head it. Ball comes out here towards Lucas. Lucas holds the ball up. Sam Togwell tries to steal it off him. So now win the ball back here with Lee Togwell. In towards George Wells. Ball inside here towards Simon Dunn. Central position, leaves it for Saws. Saws little ball outside here. It's going to be left here for Matt Lynch. Lynch plays the ball inside. Oh, miss hit by the goal by Harrison. He almost scores an own goal. It just goes over the top. It's out for a corner to the Rebels, which George Wells will come and take. And Wells will take an out-swinging corner. And if Slough do want to get in this game, they're going to need to do it now. 4 minutes plus whatever the referee adds on. There was that little bit of injury time to the goalkeeper. And Wells chips this ball in towards the back post. Ben Harris with the header forwards. Lynch gets it. It's blocked again by Purnell. Lynch is literally 2 yards out. Tries to back header it. Purnell in the right place yet again. And the young goalkeeper is easily the man of the match here in this game. Numerous saves that he's made this afternoon. That was the latest. Long kick down by Purnell. Will run all the way through to Turner in the Slough goal. And Turner will launch the long kick down the field here for Slough. Trying to find Chris Flood. Flood can't get to the ball. Byrne heads the ball up in the air. Mare Williams with a head away. Sean Fraser then flicks the next header on. Lynch tries to get there. It's going to be kept in by Sean Fraser. Burns down injured. Ball played down the line here for Simon Dunn to chase. He'll keep the ball in by the corner flag, will he? It's gone out of play, and then Burns wants some treatment here. And the referee indicating that he's going to add that time on, but an injury there. Yeah, the game will restart with a throw to Weston Supermare. And the Slough fans still singing behind that goal, even though they're 2 down with just 2.5 minutes of normal time to go. And I'm not sure if you can hear the Slough fans in the background. Swansea are 4-1 up against Gillingham in the FA Cup. And we've got the reverse of a stripper. We've got someone actually putting clothes on in front of us. So why is he doing that now? I do not know. In front of us, it's crazy. We just keep banging into it, don't worry. I can't even see what's going on because someone's in front of me. Burns slowly coming off here now after getting some treatment. Oh, jeez. And it'll be a throw to Weston Supermare right by the corner flag. And it'll be Diallo that's going to come across to take it. Burn just off the pitch at the moment. Throws the ball here towards Parsons. Parsons hooks the ball clear, which Slough have kindly let them do to get the ball down the field. Ball's back here though with George Wells. Skips past the challenger Lucas. Inside here towards Lee Togwell. Finding his brother Sam Togwell. Togwell now sprinting it on the far hand side, looking for Swords. Nurse wins the header, only as far as Ben Harris. Central position, tries to feed it to Lynch. Byrne with the clearance, intercepted by Lee Togwell. And Weston with every man behind the ball apart from Lucas. Ball played in here towards Fraser. Fraser gives it the wrong side and out of play for a throw. Not what's now needed. We've got about a minute of normal time left, plus whatever the referee adds on. And Byrne comes across to take this throw. And Weston Supermare heading for their first home league victory of the season in their battle to beat the drop. Lee Togwell with the header away, finding Simon Dunn. Dunn inside towards Saws. Saws turns, plays it in here towards Ben Harris. Harris from side, blocks. The ball's blocked really well there by Harrison, and it means that Purnell can dive on the ball far corner. And it's Purnell's bright blue sky here now, just some wispy grey clouds. As Purnell, long kick down the field, runs all the way through to Turner again. Turner will look to try and just, he's going to drop the ball a couple of yards outside of his penalty box, and then launches the field ball long down the field. Ben Harris trying to flick it on, does flick it on. It's headed away by Kane, scorer of the first goal. Flicked on here by Jackson, scorer of the second goal. Only as far as George Wells. Wells chipping the ball forward, looking for Ben Harris. Headed away. Comes to Kane on the 18-yard box. Hooks the ball clear. Only as far as George Wells. Little cushion header trying to find Lench. Comes off Lench off Byrne, and it's a throw to Weston Supermare. We're into the added time. We haven't had a signal of how many minutes of added time yet. And it's Byrne who's looking to take the throw here for Weston Supermare. Fraser with the header away, finding Simon Dunn. Dunn turns aside towards Flood. Flood trying to play the ball in. It comes out here towards Fraser. Fraser got caught there. And it's number 9 again, who you should have already booked for handball at least once in the game. And Jackson's going to get a yellow card for a late lunge on Sean Fraser. 6 minutes of added time to be added here at the Wood Spring Stadium. 6 minutes of added time indicated. Slough have a free kick. There's 2 yellow cards. I think Kane's just had one issued as well. Are back with you. Still 2-0. Still going on here on the far hand side. Jeez. Fucking keep banging into the... Oh. Ball played out on the far hand side. We'll try and keep you going here as we can. We're into the last bits of added time. Sorry we've lost some... signal there, but it's still going on here. It's the ball's here with Sean Fraser going back, still 2-0. Game still going on. Ball played out here now towards Lee Togwell. Lee Togwell coming in. And the ball played in, it's gone all the way out for a throw on the far hand side. And it's going to be a Weston Supermare throw on that far hand side. We're into the final minute of the 6 minutes of added time. Ball's hooked away by Jackman, hooked clear by Kane. Ball comes all the way through here towards Jack Turner. Turner just launches it up, catches it in the window. Not the best from Slough. Ball still bouncing around. It comes here towards Byrne. Byrne with the ball plays it back here towards Parsons. Parsons hooks the ball clear. Only as far as Lee Togwell. Cushion header finding George Wells. Wells down the line here towards Simon Dunn. Dunn inside towards Lench. Lench turns. Finding Ben Harris. Turns into problems. George Wells still bouncing around. Gets the ball inside the box. Crosses it in. Looking for a handball. Not given. It's a corner though to Slough. I'll explain the apologies, the lack of sound there. I'll explain what that is in a second. George Wells to take this corner, an out-swinging corner here for Slough. And the ball played into the box, over the head of everyone. Comes out towards Source. Source has a shot blocked inside the box, still going around. Cooked clear again, and there can't be long to add on here to it now. It's over here at the Wood Spring Stadium. Thank you so much, mate. For just getting in. It's Weston Supermare that win here today, their first home league victory of the season. 2 goals in the second half, the first 8 minutes, and Slough again for the 3rd time this season concede on the 48th minute of a game. That was when the first goal went in. Second goal went in 5 minutes later from Jackson. The first one from the captain, Kane. It's Weston Supermare's first home win in the National League South here and they deserved it by taking their chances. Slough could, on another day, have had 7 or 8, but they haven't taken any chances. We're going to give you the full-time scores from the other games. Billericay still going on at, against Welling. It's 2-0 to Billericay. Full-time scores: Chippenham 2, Truro 1, Dartford 1, Concord 1, Dulwich 1, Chelmsford 3, Eastbourne Borough 0, East Thurrock 2, Gloucester 0, Bath 0, Hampton and Richmond 0, St Albans 1, Hungerford 0, Hemel Hempstead 3, Torquay 7, Oxford City 2, Weston-super-Mare 2, Slough 0, Woking 0, Wealdstone 2. Let me just explain to you what happened while you lost some sound. For the second half, a gentleman decided that he was going to sit right in front of our commentary position. He decided, we've got Noreen's just collapsed here at the moment. We're just making sure that Noreen's all right. So we're just going to make sure that Noreen's okay. Yeah, and this person just got in the way, banged into all the wires, kept bumping into stuff, and we're just Noreen's just collapsed here. We're just going to make sure that Noreen's okay. If we got Alex, is Alex with them? We're just going to make sure that there's a lot of people surrounding him. We just want to make sure that Alex is with them. Okay, Noreen seems to be okay at the moment. She just went over there. She's Alex is with her now, the physio. So hopefully Noreen is going to be okay. She's in good hands with Alex here. Let me just say to you that this gentleman decided to sit right in front of our commentary position throughout the second half, kept bumping into all the wires, and that's why we lost the sound, because he kept bumping into everything. My apologies to you for that one. Everything was set up nicely, but there you go. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. As long as Noreen is okay, that is the main thing here this afternoon. Slough may have lost, but our thoughts with Noreen. We're going to make sure that she's okay. Until then, we'll be back on Tuesday evening here, and we'll be back for Billericay. So until then, please enjoy the rest of your weekend. My apologies about the loss of sound there, but let's just hope that Noreen's okay. There you go. So until then, game of missed opportunities, as Graham says, but let's just make sure that Noreen's okay. She seems to be okay at the moment. She's being helped now. But till then, thank you very much. We'll see you all on Tuesday evening. Thank you.